Hi Pisces, welcome. So Pisces, this is going to be your reading. I'm going to be doing the spiritual general messages first, and then I'm going to go into the you versus them love portion of the reading. Holy Pisces, sorry, I got two of your cards out. Yeah, it's a general reading. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, yada, yada, yada. You've heard all that before. All right, so Pisces, I sat down to do Taurus. And yesterday I did Virgo, and both times your energy came up. And so I actually meditated, it came out of the meditation, and felt another strong insistence to go towards Pisces energy. So yesterday I kind of ignored it and did Virgo anyways, but today I'm going to honor it. So here we are, Pisces. And if I have any Taurus cross watchers, I'm sorry, but yours will be out very soon, don't worry. But I just felt like Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. It was calling to me. You were calling to me, Pisces. And then as I'm beginning the reading and I'm talking to you, you have two cards of Piscean energy that pop out. You have your card, Pisces, but you also have the moon card, which represents Pisces, paired with the sun card, which is Leo energy. Now, some of you could have that in your chart, be connecting with that. Or Virgo Taurus, okay, because I felt those as well. But either way, this is you showing up for you, and bravo for you, Pisces. This is you showing up for you. That's what this time frame is all about. Showing up for yourself, being there for yourself, having your own back. It's nice to have other people to have our backs or to support us, right? But nothing feels better than knowing you got you. You know what I mean? And I feel like that's really the energy that they're encouraging you to hone in on, to strengthen within yourself, Pisces. This energy also talks about imagination. Both of these cards talk about imagination, fantasy. You know, imagination is underutilized in adults. Now, as children, we use our imagination all of the time because we're still very connected to our source as children. And our higher self, our inner being, knows that imagination is kind of the beginning of creation, because if you can't imagine it, it cannot become. And anything you can think of can manifest into a reality. So as kids, we spend a great deal of our time in an imaginative state, and we literally start shaping our lives, by the way, through our thought processes as early as early childhood, because that's when our thought processes begin. So it's about bringing that imagination, imaginative, fantasy land, kind of dreamy energy back to the forefront, Pisces, which shouldn't be difficult for you because I feel like you're kind of always a little bit in the clouds, similar to like Aquarian energy. But this is about utilizing your mind to imagine best case scenarios, because as adults, we misuse our imagination and we start imagining worst case scenarios, which is where worry, fear, and anxiety comes from. And this is like trained behavior, right? Through social conditioning that takes our fantasy-driven imagination, which as children is usually very positive thoughts, to this more worrisome, where yeah, we're imagining, but we're imagining the worst of the worst. Right? And so it's like drawing yourself back into this space of expecting the best, imagining the best, and therefore carving out through the process of deliberate manifestation the best outcome. And it's also about hooking up with your heart chakra here, Pisces, to get into that more creative part of yourself. This is also about self-awareness and becoming more aware of the part that you play in your life, but also other people's life. And a very spiritual energy too. Very, very high level stuff coming in for my Pisces. So let's see what else we have coming through for you. We're going to look at some Osho Zen cards. You have the card of letting go. Ooh, the card of suppression, the card of abundance, and going with the flow. So it's time to let go whatever you've been suppressing, whatever you've been holding on to. Some of you have been in maybe a situation or a relationship where you had to suppress your desires or yourself or your needs. Could even be like a job type scenario. It'll be different for each of you. But they're highlighting the area of your life where you felt like you could not be yourself, or there was no room for growth. And it just felt, or maybe still feels, if you're still in that situation, binding, you know, almost suffocating. And what is it suffocating? Your freedom, your desires, your creative, imaginative self. And it's time to move away from that energy, Pisces. It's time to let go of that, to relinquish that of which you do not have control over as well, and to go into this more open energy of going with the flow, because that's where the abundance is. The abundance is in the flow. It is never in suppression. Some of you may have also had to let something go, and maybe need to let something go or someone during this time period, and you may find yourself trying to suppress that emotion versus letting it out, but they're actually encouraging you to let your emotions flow. Emotions are visitors, but they should never stay forever, right? So let them come and let them go, but don't dwell there, Pisces. So important key pieces of information coming through, and I can see now why you know, the energy was insistent to do Pisces. So let's see what else we have coming through for you, Pisces. So what else? The Nine of Swords, Four of Swords, Death and Rebirth, and the Knight of Wands. So again, it's like coming to peace with something you've really been stressing about, okay? It's like some of the suppression you feel is self-inflicted. It's like you, for whatever reason, not allowing yourself to be open, okay? But it's ultimately causing a lot of stress for you. So I feel like either coming to peace with that or moving away from that is being encouraged. There is an ending here or a change coming, but after that, it's bringing about action. More things for you to take action on. Some of you have been in this, I don't want to say like a stagnant spot, but like, yeah, a little bit, like a little bit of a stagnating energy. And I feel that's what's coming to an end, and things kind of speeding up and things getting interesting, let's say that, over these next 30 days or so. So let's see what else, Pisces. You have the Wheel, the Five of Wands. I also want to say, because I get this comment on this video all the time, I'm time stamping this for October because that's when I'm recording it. But my readings are timeless, which means that anytime you find this, it's for you. Okay, so the Wheel, the Five of Wands, the High Priestess, and the Eight of Wands. So I also feel like and I got this song, and I don't remember who I got it for in a prior reading, but he says, it's like you're my mirror staring back at me. Was it your reading? I think it was the last round. But the other part of the song that is sticking out to me is he says, I don't want to lose you now. It's like my other half staring back at me. So take it or leave it. Could be the song that resonates, the lyric, whatever. So I just feel like there's something you've been really struggling with here. And some of you, what you've been struggling with is like timing. When is the right timing to maybe take action on something? But I feel like intuitively you're being guided as to your correct timing, okay? Which may not always line up with other people, but that's all right, Pisces, because you still need to follow your inner compass anyways. And there, I'm getting a reminder of a meme that I posted on my tarot page where it says, you know, in this life, you're always going to disappoint someone. Just make sure that someone isn't you, right? You, no matter how perfect of a life you live, you will ultimately disappoint someone. And that's all right, because you didn't come to this earth to please everyone. You came to this earth for your own pleasure, and everybody else is in charge of their pleasure. I'm not saying like don't take others into consideration ever, but if it comes at the cost of crossing your own boundaries or disappointing yourself, then no, you need to reprioritize. You need to prioritize yourself first. And I think that's really hard, because I know most of us set out to try and hurt no one, right? And we're taught that at a young age, hurt no one. But it's kind of impossible if you're going to truly live your authentic life, because not everyone's going to agree with every decision you make, right? But that's all right, because it ain't their life, it's yours. But if you succumb to that and you people please, you disauthenticate yourself. And therefore you stop following your authentic path, and therefore you start living a life that doesn't feel quite good to you, right? So this is also about honoring yourself, and yeah, that may come at the cost of some disappointment, but you know, at the end of the day, it's about doing what's best for you. And I also feel like there is a communication coming through here that is also allowing you to take, I guess, action in the right direction as well. So let's see what else. King of Wands, the World card. The Five of Pentacles. Ooh, and the Four of Pentacles. So, ooh. Don't let someone stop you from doing you, boo. It seems like there's an authority figure here showing up, or maybe a masculine energy showing up that has some sort of influence on this situation. And I don't feel a very positive one, but it could be. This could be the person you're afraid of disappointing here. Oh, Pisces, you're so sweet. You have the sweetest, kindest nature about you. I love Pisces energy, so soft. I have a Pisces best friend, and I just adore her to pieces. And all of a sudden, I feel like tearful. I feel like emotional. Wholly emotional. Because kind of the message, what I'm feeling is like, Pisces, you don't want to leave someone behind, or there's a strong sense of commitment here, and there's a strong desire, I think, to find a way to go about something that doesn't disappoint anyone. But I feel like whatever this is that you have going on, it requires a different set of skills. This requires a different approach. Perhaps you had like a very strong parental or authority figure or whatever, pastor, preacher, I don't know, in your life that I guess influences your decisions still to this day, even if they are not currently around. You know, like a very strong influence here. And I think that there's nothing wrong with having influential people in our life. But the strongest influence in your life should always be how you feel, because that's how spirit communicates with you, through your emotions. So even the best well-intending, influential person can give you very good advice, But if it feels off, it's off. Because even the best well-intending person cannot feel your emotions for you, and they cannot vibrate for you, and they cannot decide your thoughts. Only you and your higher self and your source are in on that. So there is also this message about really prioritizing what feels best to you. What feels good to you? Because you're not going to be left without. And some of you fear that. Some of you fear you're going to be left holding all the cards, you know, broken alone, I don't know. Or maybe not to that degree, but just, you know, out in the cold. And that's not what's in store for you at all. Now, if you continue to perpetuate that fear, it will and can become a reality, but you're being guided away from that and instead to go with the flow, because there's a higher reality available to you. So let's see what the guidance is, and then let's go to the you versus them, because this is so interesting. We need to see. Okay. The guidance says the law of attraction assembles all cooperative relationships. So there is this vortex of becoming, a vortex that contains all of the requests, all of the amended requests, each and every detail of each and every asking that has emanated from you. And the law of attraction is responding to that. The vortex is literally drawing in all things necessary for the completion of every request you have submitted. All cooperative components are being summoned and are coming for the completion of your creation, for the answering of these questions, and for the solutions to the problem. So essentially, this is saying to you that whatever direction you go into, here's why they want you to follow your heart or listen to your emotions, even if it's a bit scary. Because some of you are scared that you're going to be left holding the ball and you're going to be alone, or nobody's going to be able to fulfill something that you currently have fulfilled. And it's like, no, 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 no. Trust and have faith. The universe is going to bring you cooperative, supportive components to your desire, as long as you get out of your own way with the worrisome thought and get into that imaginative, good feeling space. And then proceed with your action, and then wait as the universe brings all the solutions to you in divine timing. And this is always the case, okay? This is always happening. It's just whether you are in vibrational vicinity or not. So, wow. Wowee. Let's go to the you versus them and see what else we have coming in for you. I'll see you in just a second. And welcome back. So Pisces, now we're going to go back and forth between you and the person you may be connecting with. Keep in mind it's a general read, meaning the roles may be reversed. Feel free to flip it if you need to. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This reading is usually going to resonate with an intimate partner or an ex maybe, but it could also be about a family member, a friend, you name it. Keep an open mind, and let's get into it. So you have the card of Sagittarius showing up. A Sag energy could be in your chart, the chart of the person you're connecting with, and or just the simple overall vibes. What are these vibes about? Independence, philosophy, travel, movement, action, experience. I feel like some of you are so ready for a new experience. You're just like bursting at the seams. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready. So let's see. Oh my gosh, what are the odds of that? Y'all, I put all the cards back when I was on break, reshuffled them, and then you just saw me shuffle them again. And the same exact card that you got in the spiritual reading came out, and it's the card of suppression. Some of you have been suppressing your own desires to appease a person, a situation, a job for some of you, but it's time to let it out. It's time to really go your own direction here, Pisces. And this person has the card of possibilities. So I feel like whoever you're connecting with, this person is open to new adventures and new possibilities. So, ooh, let's see where this is headed. We are going to look at the recent past, what led up to the now, how you're seeing each other in this current moment. how you feel underneath it all, and most likely outcome. So let's see. Recent past. You have the Page of Wands, the Hierophant, the Ace of Cups. Beautiful energy here. Okay, I don't usually stop there, but I think I am. So I feel like Pisces, a lot of you have been up in the air about something, okay, on one hand, but on the other hand, I feel like you're keeping it positive. I feel like you're trying to see the bigger pictures and things. I feel you trying to stay committed to what brings you joy and what makes you feel good and good for you, right? I feel I heard head in the clouds. You may have been a bit into your imagination, which is a good thing if it's positive thoughts that you're thinking. But sometimes that can be a negative in that we're not always seeing the reality of something. But I actually feel it's been working for you, and life has felt a bit heavy at times, but it's also brought about like new fresh energy as well. Let's see this person's energy. Now, I want to say too that you have two cards of commitment here and the card of suppression over it. Some of you have felt like pressure or suppression coming from a commitment that you've made, or maybe a commitment you have made to this person, and yet trying to make light of it, trying to be playful about it, trying not to get like too wrapped up in it. I feel you trying to veer away from that more negative energy. So let's see this person's Ace of Cups, Eight of Wands, the Queen of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles. So I feel like whoever you've been connecting with here, Pisces, this person in the past has maybe really tried to open up or communicate how they were feeling, okay? Especially if you had a commitment or foundation with this person. Because I also feel like this person sees the connection as something that has a firm, well-built foundation to it and worthy of their time, because there is, or at least was, a lot of love here, okay? And I feel a lot of expressiveness coming from this person's energy as well. Now, because I'm reading for a lot of you, I must also say this. For some of you, this is a small group of you and you would know. It could also denote that this person was showing love and affection or maybe attention elsewhere. But let's see, let's go into, and because it's a general, it could be vice versa, right? Could have been you, take it as it resonates, or if that part doesn't resonate, don't make it. But I had to say it because I saw it for some of you. All right, but how do you see this person? The Six of Swords, the Lovers, Queen of Swords, King of Swords. This wanted to come out earlier. Yeah. So Pisces, there's a lot of thinking going on here within the connection. You thinking about it, they thinking about it, you're both thinking about it. A lot of thinky. And I feel like you've been trying to think of a solution and something that works for the both of you. If this was someone who broke your heart or had a third party, that other group of you, it's hard for you to wrap your mind around, I feel, okay? Or for them to wrap their mind around it if you did. But Either way, I just get a sense of a lot of consideration here, a lot of in your head type of energy, sometimes not in the best ways, sometimes feeling a bit unsure. Let's see this person's energy. Some of you feel that you have been led to this person though. Whoa. 9 of Wands, how do they see Pisces? Page of Wands, 9 of Wands, 9 of Pentacles, Page of Swords, and the Ace of Wands. So I actually feel like Pisces, this person could be Virgo, because I got the song Stay Woke in Virgo's reading, and I'm feeling that energy again, and I can hear that song. So FYI, if you have Virgo in your chart or dealing with them, maybe check out their reading too. I feel like this person has a lot of growth to do. They're sometimes impulsive, sometimes they're childish, and have a hard time like executing things or like really executing on their passions. It's like they want to be independent, but they want to be able to stand on their own 2 feet. But it's like their own inner critic, their own inner self often like sabotages this person before they even get a chance to like really lift things off of the ground. And this could be related to relationships, but it could also be related to like just their life or career in general. I feel a heavy attraction in the connection, or a strong connection regardless, but I also feel a lot of judgment, criticism, things of that nature that are serving as a blockage, whether it's coming from you or them, or that's just how someone's personality is. I can't really tell. So let's go a little bit further into the heart space and see what's going on in Pisces heart space. The Star. The 3 of Swords is trying to come out 3 darn times. Now I'm trying to veer away from the third party scenario, but I feel it here, so I'm going to speak on that a little bit more here in a second. But let's get 2 more cards out. 6 of Cups. Queen of Pentacles. Some of you definitely want to heal something from the past, and it's really affected your sense of self-worth as well. So if there's been heartache here, I feel like it has affected you pretty deeply, okay? And it may have come from this person, or it may be something that you were dealing with already, but it's just a sense of like really allowing yourself to just genuinely move past something, which I feel like has been difficult for you to do, because here it is showing up, and it's from the past, but it's showing up in the now, which means you're carrying it in your energy. Some of you want to heal something from the past, but it's like first you need to like know your worth, or I'm not saying you don't know your worth, but first I think you need to strengthen your sense of self and worth in order for you to really heal. It's not really about another person healing, it's about you. It's about you and how you feel. And I heard inconsiderate. There's been like this inconsiderate or almost inconsistent energy as well showing up. And again, I don't know if it's coming from you or this person, but that's the word I got. So let's see what this person is feeling. My Hangman, the Ten of Cups, Queen of Swords, the High Priestess. Ew, wow. Okay, so this person's heart space, they're trying to see it from a positive perspective, but I feel like there's that damn inner critic again. And it just, you know, it's like this person maybe has a heart of gold, right? But they come off so different than how they feel. Like, I feel like their ego blocks them sometimes, or like the way they communicate, it doesn't come out the way that they actually intended or mean it. This person is receiving guidance and spiritual support in that like arena of their life with communication, and helping them to be more open with communication and more in tune, I guess, with that. And honest. And to be honest. So let's see where this is headed. Most likely outcome for Pisces. Chariot. Five of Swords. Three of Wands. Two of Wands. It's like you want all of this movement forward and it's here for you, but then you kind of get in your own way. And don't minimize yourself for anyone, anytime. Where did that attitude come from? Sorry. Don't minimize yourself. You know, they always say stay humble. But sometimes that can be taken too far, to the point where you invalidate yourself and your worth. So don't humble yourself to the point of invalidating your own smarts. You know what I mean? Because it's like there's a reduced version of you here. Don't reduce yourself. Don't give up on your dreams. You know, don't minimize your feelings. Don't do that, Pisces. It's like having lofty goals and then being realistic. I hate that word, realistic. First of all, because it implies that reality is concrete and black and white, and yet reality is changing and different for all of us. So when you say facing reality, whose reality are you referring to? Mine, or the guy across the street, or the guy across the world? Because we're all living different realities, you know what I mean? So it's like, who's defining that? You are. So if you are the one defining your own reality, why would you let yourself imagine a reality that is less than what you deserve? That is less than what you desire. Unless you've somehow picked that up along the way or been taught that by other people. Stay humble. I say stay humble, but not at the cost of disappointing yourself or living a life that is less than joyful to you. So let's see this person. So all that to say, I like totally get why I felt the call to read your reading. All that to say, I see that there is possibility for movement forward, but I see you kind of getting in your own way by facing reality too much and not using your mind in a more productive, positive way. So be careful with that, because certainly if you have the choice to move your energy, if you move your energy into this more hopeful space, this more of I trust space, I allow space, then you get a whole different experience here. One that's more open, one that is more freeing to you. This person has the Chariot. There's that disappointment. This is the person you're afraid of disappointing, or you have disappointed. Right? You get it, right? So, and I picked that up in the spiritual reading, right? Or maybe you disappointed them. I don't know. Take it as it resonates. I feel like this person is dwelling. They are disappointed. They're trying to move past that. But you know what? Sometimes we need to be disappointed because it helps us to refocus ourselves when things don't go our way, to dig deeper into ourselves. We'd be so afraid of like disappointing people, hurting people, letting people down. But honestly, those letdowns is what grows you. It's what makes you better, right? But nobody wants to be the deliverer of that. Even though we all know we got to go through it. We all know we're going to get disappointed, okay? But that doesn't mean we're always going to stay in that energy. That just means it helps to grow us so that we can figure ourselves out a little bit more. So maybe you disappoint this person, maybe you don't. Doesn't matter, because it's ultimately growing them. So don't be afraid of it, Pisces. And don't minimize yourself to appease another person at the cost of losing yourself either. Because there's no power in that, and there's no freedom in that, and there will be no joy in that. The only way to have joy and fulfillment is to listen to your heart and go towards what's best for you. And you kind of got to leave everybody else out of it, because they'll figure it out. They're going to figure it out for themselves. The ones that are meant to be in your life, they will come and meet you in your next chapter. So you really don't have to worry about it, because the manager of the universe, the law of attraction, has got you. It's got you. This person's growing from this. It's helping them to see areas of themselves where they are not always equal in the giving and receiving. It's helping to help them self-reflect, okay? And as well as you, right? As well as you. So both of you, growth here. Let's see what the guidance says. There we go. I'm going to take the one that fell on the table. It says, I came as an extension of Source. You came as a physical extension of Source energy, understanding that you would explore contrast, causing expansion not only for you, but for all that is. You knew that you could find your way back to the resources of your source by feeling your way, and by understanding that the relationship between you and you is not one of separateness, but one of alignment, one of resonance. When you master the art of attraction / the art of allowing your consistent alignment with Source, every relationship will benefit and will feel pleasurable to you. So how do you get more beneficial and pleasurable relationships in your life? Be beneficial and pleasurable to yourself. Feel your way into a space of feeling good and living the way that you want to live. And then let the law of attraction do the rest. Pisces. Wow, beautiful reading. I love it. I'm going to leave it there for you now. Holy smokes, I don't even know what I'm going to title this thing. Zodiac signs you could be connecting with: Virgo, Sag, Taurus, Aquarius, Cancer, Gemini, Aries, Taurus, Scorpio. Those are the predominant signs I see, but keep in mind it is a general reading. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, sorry, I have the hiccups all of a sudden. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe. Please hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any future content, as I don't post on any sort of schedule. I just do all 12 signs every month. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure you subscribe. And yeah, check me out on Facebook and Instagram as well. All of it linked below, as well as in the about section of my YouTube. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very best. And until next time, my friends, namaste.